Hello. It's been a hot minute since I've made a guide, but patch 6.4 just released, so I thought I'd make a few here. The Aetherfont. Vector polar bears. When I saw it, I was like, oh shit. That's adorable. Oh, I already started cursing. It's been a while. Yeah. You know, back in the 90s, they used to have Coca-Cola commercials with like polar bears. I never really understood that. Well, that's what it reminded me of. They're just happy bears. They're trying to play patty cake over there. Okay, alright, so I'm going with the NPCs. Grabbing this first group and bringing it to the next area. The polar bears are right here too. It was actually kind of hard for me to see because, well, you know, my ghost outfit is white and then the arena is also kind of very bright. And if you have issues with color and brightness and stuff, it might be hard to see the AoEs here, so just be mindful of that. There we go. See, we got AoEs. Like, it's kind of hard to see this if you're not looking out for it. Because it can, like, if you're just over here and you just see bright stuff in general, and if you have all your effects on, it might be hard to see. So yeah, just watch out for AoEs and stuff. This end ice platform glacier thing has enough space that you can dodge out of things, even with those big circle AoEs, rather than like over here. Should I change the color? Rather than like over here, you know, you wouldn't have enough. You'd be able to go this way or that way, but then like if you get a circle here, then you still have space here and like here and here to dodge stuff. Just placement stuff. They're clapping. They're clapping. These sharks remind me of stuff from the 90s too. Hella nostalgic. They're like these shark dudes who were like, I don't know, bros or something. It was like a commercial or a TV show. I don't remember. Well, anyway, I couldn't help myself, so here we go. I was like, oh, you gotta get out of my way. No! I wanted to clap with the bears. You're clapping? Wait, one more time. You guys, stop! Yeah, my friends. Okay, let's move on. You can also see footprints in here. I bet you can also throw snowballs. I didn't try. The little things, alright. More ice stuff. So I can't even see my weapon. My weapon is the Palace of the Dead one. It's like a white glowing sword and shield. You can't even see. Look, I'm almost gonna die, but I got my invuln up. But, you know, when I play with like real players, like real human beings, I actually don't use my invulnerability that much, or I hadn't. When I started playing with NPCs, I was like constantly using it, so I started getting into the habit. But also, when I ran this yesterday, I actually hadn't played tank in a while, so I was trying to remember where all my skills and stuff were, and how to mitigate properly and things like that. It makes for a funny video sometimes, because I'm like, oh, oops, But yeah, so sometimes I intentionally make mistakes in the dungeon for science and education, but sometimes I legit just mess up, you know? You can learn from anything. Yeah, watch out for these AoEs, guys. Whoa. This is a big slide. This looks creepy but also adorable. Look at its face. Its mouth just open, it's got cute little eyes, and it's got a bajillion little teeth. It's adorable. Okay, up sweep. This is raid wide? Yeah, raid wide. Tidal breath. Okay, it turns around. Or turns wherever. I mean, you can't see the yellow thing. And it does a big cleave all the way over here. See all this? So you gotta make sure to be behind it. And you can look at the little markers on the hitbox to see where the middle line is. And as long as you cross that, then you're good. Wow. Okay, it recenters the body slam. Okay, it's a little raid wide, but more notably we got these things, these little like ice thingies around. Okay, so you gotta like be mindful of where those are. Okay, up sweep is the raid wide you saw earlier, but in addition to the raid wide, these things are like shimmering now. Okay. And they're like shaking. Ice shards begin to resonate. That's what it said. Right? Yeah, ice shards begin to resonate. And you can kind of hear the like the glass chime music thing. They're shaking, and then they create these big AoEs. Okay, big circle AoEs. So you got some clear spaces here. Man, I keep having to switch colors. Should I just go back to blue? Okay, so you can just, you know, you got some spaces here. There's like small space here and here. There might be a little space over here. So you want to go to a safe spot between those things. You'll see it a few more times. Body slam. And small raid wide, but this time the crystal ice thingies are taller. And so that's gonna mean the AoE is gonna get bigger. Okay, so they're gonna resonate again. Here we go. Man, you can't see. Should I do pink? Ugh. No. This? No. This one? Like this. Okay. So those are good. So I ran all the way to this corner because it's far away from these tall icicle shard things. See how big the AoEs are. Okay, see, they're pretty wide. They're taller and they're resonating more. So your safe spot's down here. Okay, and then this Flood's Tide. Let's see what this is. Okay, we all got AoE markers. We just got spread apart for that. Okay, and then we get a stack marker. We want to stack up for that. Alright, if they're almost gonna die, it's fine. Tidal wave. You know, we got the thingy. The half cleave. So as soon as you see that cast, you want to move off to the side. Behind. Sorry, not the side, but like, you find the sides of the hitbox, and so you can find the middle division of the hitbox, and you want to go on the opposite side of that. So, the back of the boss. Body slam. Small raid wide with the crystal things. Okay, this time we got a mismatch. Mishmash? Not a mismatch, but a mishmash. Like a mashup of different ones. Okay, there's the small ones and then the big ones. So, up sweep. It's gonna do the raid wide, but then some of them are gonna resonate. And here, they're all resonating, but the little ones are like this color, and then the bigger ones are like purple. I don't know. Trial and error, you know? You kind of just... I ran away from where the NPCs are. Usually if I'm running with NPCs and I'm not sure what I'm doing, I'll be like, I'm just gonna follow them. But I ran over here because I was like, I'm gonna try to get away from the small ones, because earlier the small ones went off first. So I just ran over here and hoped that I wasn't gonna die. Okay, so it turns out I was right. The small ones went off first. So I was waiting for them to go off, and then I hike over to the other side to try to avoid it. I actually get hit with these bigger ones, so let's see. I took 2 hits, explosive frequency, 13k and 21k. But that's probably also because I had a bomb stack in the first one. Okay, so the small ones in this instance went off first. And then the other ones, even though... Okay, maybe the color doesn't matter. Maybe it's just because their frequency is different. Whoa! Is that actually the frequency of purple? But yes, you can kind of see I was in the middle of 2 of them, which is why I got hit twice. See? There's an overlap right here from this, so that's why I got hit with 2 things. Okay. Alright, Tidal Breath. This is the half cleave, so you want to go behind the boss. Sonic Ploop. Okay, Tank Buster. Just mitigate for that. Up sweep. This is a raid wide. Oh, another one. Another raid wide. Body Slam, a small raid wide, and we get the crystal ice thingies. They're the tall ones, so these are gonna have big circles. Okay, so I noticed there's not much going on back here, so I'm gonna back it up over there. Or you know, HP is low, so just stay committed. No, I back up. Okay. Anyway. So that's that fight. It's so cute. I try to pet it. Okay, you go rest in the break room, bruh. Alright, moving on. Okay, I think we're away from ice stuff now, so I'm gonna switch back to blue. Yeah, we got these, I think, penguins. They look like penguin birds, but not really. There's a treasure chest here if you want it. And then I'm also gonna grab these other big boys. Yeah, what the heck? These penguins are taller than me. I guess most things are taller than me, but like, you know, proportionally they look small, but they're large. Yeah, it's like 3 times the size, and these penguins are 3 times the size, but they look like little babies. Okay, there are AoEs here you gotta watch out for, okay. Yeah, these penguins are almost as tall as these trolls, but the trolls actually look big. But with the penguins are next to them, now the trolls look like little babies too. The things that I talk about when we're just dealing with trash mobs. How come this one's a different color than this one? Are they different colors, or is it just the like shading and the angle of the light? Or is one a girl and one's a boy? Are they different? Are they trying to start a family and I'm in the way? Oh no! I guess that's literally what we're doing, we're destroying them. Oh, what a war cry. Oh, this one has stripes on the back. They have stripes on their back? That's adorable. Alright, moving on. Look over here! There's a penguin. Oh, these ones, that's a regular, these are regular size and these are the babies. You see this? The little nest? Yeah, actual baby size. I bet they're as tall as me. Yeah. I like when they add things like that in the environment. It makes the world feel more rich and stuff. Because sometimes if you just put plants and trees everywhere without like more of a story behind it, oh, treasure chest, it kind of just feels like, well, yeah, it just looks pretty. But it's nice to like, you know, have environments give you like, without telling you, they're showing you how these creatures live and survive. Oh, okay, lots of AoEs to watch out for over here, right? For example, somewhere in Heavensward, there were these bears. And I remember having this conversation with somebody, and we were like, yeah, well, how do the bears eat? And I was like, oh yeah, there was like a fate where they're trying to like get fish out of the river. And then we were both like, oh, okay, so they did kind of put that kind of stuff into the design of the environment. I find that pretty fascinating. But here, in a way, it's like, okay, these golem monsters look cool, I guess, but like, do they eat these plants? Or like, what are these plants for? Like, I don't know much about them, just looking at the environment. Like, the environment might look aesthetically nice and stuff, but I'm more interested in understanding life, you know? So like earlier there were those polar bears hanging out in the background, but like if in the background we had like this thing, little ones just hanging out, like doing their own thing, I think that would make the environment more rich. And I would, as I'm dealing with the trash mobs, I'd be like, oh, that's interesting, that's how they do that. Disregarding the fact that I'm killing one of them, but you know, that's how they live, okay. Things to think about. Like there's water here. Are there fish? There's mushrooms. Oh, why does this thing have like all this like crystal stuff on it? I might be thinking too far into this stuff. This is why I'm taking a break. Everything. Battle cry. Okay, this is raid wide. Lightning leap. Okay, so this one it's gonna be a really big circle AoE. Okay. And then some stuff's gonna like come out of wherever it leaps. So I ran into it just a little bit so you can see. You get 17k damage and a bone stack. But more importantly, once it jumps down, we're gonna see these things, these lightning things come out of the ground. And it's gonna go everywhere, okay? See how much it's like moved out? You want to find a safe spot between those things, but they're going to expand. You'll see. Okay, see? So these lightning things that go everywhere, they expand. So, yeah, I didn't stand on this, but see how much wider this space is? And so you gotta back it up a bit. So I got a safe spot here, here's a spot, here's a spot. There's some over here, over here. Now, while that's happening though, the boss is going to jump again, lightning leap again, and this time it's over here. So you might think this is a safe spot over here to avoid this first mechanic, but then you'd have to move very quickly out of this circle AoE over there. So be on the lookout for which one you go to. The NPCs are also, you know, over there somewhere. You can follow them if you're going with them. But if you're running it with other people, just watch out, you know, like I could kind of see these were going like this. And already I was like, oh, there's a safe spot in the middle. So that's fine. or very quickly. I was like, okay, maybe over here, because it can't go any further than that. Yeah. And then watch for it to expand. Just make sure you're in there. You wiggle into the safe spot. The NPCs there, they were standing in a very tight spot. Look at this. Like, it's pretty close. And then when the thing expands, yeah, a very tight spot there. So if you don't have good ping, for example, and you try to get into that spot, you might get clipped by this. But, you know, if you're confident, then, yeah, stand as close to that as you can. For uptime. Alright. Ripper Claw, Tank Buster. Spinning Claw, okay, we got AoE. Get out of that. Okay, oh, and this one he punches down. We got T-shape. So you want, again, this is gonna expand. See how much it expands. So you gotta get out of that. Okay, Battle Cry. We got Raid Wide again. Okay, this time, the stage is smaller, so you know you don't want to stand in this outside thing. Okay, and then here it's gonna do the leaping thing again. So it's gonna jump down, and then the lightning stuff's gonna go across. So I'm running into this. I ran into this on purpose. Nothing was making me do it except my own curiosity. So if you run over here, you get electrocuted. Okay, and that's gonna be a dot that slowly just does damage over time. That's what dot means. But yeah, so when he does his slam down thing, the electricity, the lightning thing is going down. So I want to find a safe spot. But then also he's going to do another jump over here. So I try to avoid both at the same time. Tight squeeze. Okay, so he jumped down. There's another set of lightning to dodge. And then he's going to jump again. So dodge a thing. Dodge where he's going to jump. Okay, lightning's coming out again. And then he's going to do another jump. So it's a small space because you can't go on the outside here or else you'll get the dot. And it does happen kind of fast. But yeah, just be on the lookout for the lightning expanding and then wherever he's going to jump next. You should be okay. I'm standing in it just to see. So, what is this? Fork Fissures, 20k, and a Vuln stack. Okay, here we got stack. Okay, so now this lightning one is a circle configuration. So you want to get out of that, and it's most likely going to expand too. Okay, there we go. See? So it's pretty big. Let's get out of the way. Tank Buster. Electric Eruption. Roar. Raid Wide. Oh, what was that? There was like stuff on the side. Okay, there's an eruption. Oh, okay. And then there's also stuff out here. You just don't stand in those because those will also. Oh, okay. They expand a little bit and they also go off their AoEs. Alright. Spinning Claw. Okay, so AoE to get out of. And then I think this is when he punches down and that has an AoE. Oh, no. This is kind of like. It's kind of a T shape. Okay, so watch out for the expanding part. Alright. Battle Cries or Raid Wide. Roar! Okay. Then the outside edge again, you get electrocuted if you stand in it. Alright. Moving on. Oh, we're going into crystal stuff now. Maybe that bear was just protecting us from the crystal stuff. Like it came out of this area. It was like a foreshadow of crystal stuff. Whoa. I know these fairies. I just did a bout of Eureka stuff. like the Stormblood relic stuff and these fairies, it was always a whole thing to go find them. But in here, they're just very common. Okay, so I'm grabbing all this stuff. Okay, there's a bridge here, but it does look kind of like there's a wall. So I think this is the most that you can grab over here. Okay, so there's crystal all over the place, so I'm like, okay, these things are probably eating the crystals, or getting energy from the crystals, or they mutated because of the crystals. And there's little fairies over there, hanging out. Well, wait, no, we actually go over there later. But it's kind of cool, you know, seeing things in the distance and stuff. What do you think about when you fight trash mobs? Leave a comment in the description. Nah, do whatever, it's fine. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I was gonna still have my sub by the time the patch came out, and it actually came out earlier than I thought it would, and so I was like, oh, I'll make guides. Why not? Oh yeah, that stuff went away now, so yeah, I think before, if you didn't take care of those ads, you wouldn't have been able to go across, see the shimmery thing. So this is the most that you can take, the most you can pull for ads, and then you can't go further. But as soon as we take care of that one, see, the shimmery thing goes away. Yeah. Right. Treasure here. Yeah, and then there's like a shimmery thing over here too on this wall. Over there. Gonna grab all these. Yeah, this shimmery wall thing. Anyway, yeah. So I wasn't sure the patch would be out, but then, and I did want to make the Stormblood stuff for the duty support, but when I went to record stuff, I realized it hadn't really changed. So there isn't really a need for that. Unless people want to see me suffer playing with the NPCs. But yeah. I don't know how many people are actually gonna watch like through all of this, and so I don't mind just like rambling. Keep these hidden introspections in the trash mobs of the dungeon guides. I had considered making Savage guides or Ultimate guides, but at this point I don't think I will. I would like to keep the space centered around sprouts and more casual players who want to get better, rather than people who want to do the high-end content. I see this as kind of a bridge between the two, like trying to help people out, and then once you're ready to jump into the high-end stuff, then there are many other resources for that. Oh, there's a treasure chest here. While I think I would be good at making guides for Savage and Ultimate, I don't want that to be what this channel is about. I would rather it be an educational space for beginners to learn and grow and feel supported in a more kind of like very detail oriented but still like early game experience way, you know? Like not getting hella into the names and mechanics and numbers of everything. Even though I explain all the mechanics as best I can, I still explain it in like layman terms. This is a circle, and that it's helpful for Savage and Ultimate and like other difficult content, but the vibe's just different. And yeah, maybe someday I'll make a different YouTube channel for the higher end content stuff, but right now I don't really have plans to do that. I want to take a break. So, okay, final boss. Let's go. The deep below, yeah, we're getting into deep chats and stuff, man. There's octopus, squid, I don't know. Okay, tidal roar. This is raid wide? Yeah, raid wide. Okay, also let me bring your awareness to this stage. These are circles. Okay, they're circle platforms. Let me back it up a little. Here we go. See, these are circle platforms, alright? So there's going to be some mechanics where we need to understand that they are circles. Also, there are these tentacle things all over. So, and they can be in the front or in the back. Like this one's in the back. And they move around. Because this is water. So like the tentacles can go here and like go underneath and whatever. So, you gotta turn your camera every now and then. Okay, let's go back. Here we go. Octo stroke. Okay, see? The tentacles went down and then they're coming back up. Okay, so there's one like right up here in my camera view. So octo stroke. They're hanging out. I see the NPCs moving. I'm like, alright, you know what? I'm gonna move with them. And then I see that the tentacles like become erect. And it looks like they're probably gonna do something. And turns out they slap down, okay? They slap down, and we got these cone AoEs over here. These cones. Some of them actually look like circles. But basically they're just all over the place, okay? But because this platform didn't really have any tentacles nearby, this was a safe platform. So yeah, so they slap down, or they strip, whatever. Wait, it was called Octo Stroke? Jesus Christ. Anyway, so you can get attacked by those. So you want to find a safe spot on a platform that doesn't have any tentacles near them. Okay, and then we also got these long line AoEs. So you want to avoid those too. Bro, they're just walking straight over there. What the heck? Okay. But also, now we got this, like, circular thing. Okay, this AoE. Vivid eyes. So this is what, like, the main, like, boss head portion is doing. Oh, yeah, it turned itself right there. So these line AoEs are still going off. But now this thing, ooh, see that? It did this, like, laser thing with its eyes. So you want to avoid that. And then the tentacles over there are still slapping. Okay? Alright, we're gonna see it a few more times. This next one, Saline Spit. Each circle platform has one of these, like, circular, watery type things on it. And so we want to stand in between the circles. Between the circle spaces. So, like this, like here. Because when this thing, the cast goes off, there we go, we got circle AoEs, okay? So their safe spot is on the different color crystal bridge area. Okay, Tidal Breath, raid wide. Alright. Oh, no. Wait, what was the other one? It was like Roar or something? Everything's in his mouth. Okay, so the Roar is the raid wide, and Tidal Breath is this big cleave in the front. This is gonna be a trend for spoilers this patch. This is like the mechanic of the patch, okay? This is gonna be a really big thing that you need to run behind the boss for. It was that one other boss had it earlier in the dungeon. Okay, Tidal Roar. This is the raid wide, and then we also got the tentacles out. So we take care of the raid wide. You know, I got Reprisal up, and then, you know, here, Aspected Helios. Okay. But now we gotta watch out for when the tentacles are gonna do things. Okay, well actually we got telekinesis now. The boss tethers to like these crystals along the outside. Oh, my allergies. Okay, so these crystals on the outside are now like getting used. They explode out, and then see it's being lifted up, and now it's pointing. We got pointing crystals, okay? So this crystal over here is pointing at this, is gonna point at this stage. And then I got this like red beam here, is pointing at this one. Okay. See? Okay, so now this one's pointing at this stage, and then whatever crystal behind me pointing at this one. And then this crystal over here is pointing at this one. And so there's no crystal pointing at this circular part of the stage, and so we hang out here. So that's how you avoid that one. Okay, tentacles are out. We got line AoEs. Okay, so just watch out for when they're telegraphed. Breath, stroke. It's like facing that way, so that's why I keep running over here, and also the NPC is running out over there too. So I was like, what's gonna happen? Oh, we're running hella far. Hella far. Crystal's in my way. Okay. Looks like we got these cones, and we got maybe this line circle thingy, like half circle, and then yeah, we got cones here, 5 cones here. So the tentacles seem to be doing the cone AoEs, okay, and then the boss might be doing this big old thing. But basically the situation is a lot of the platform is not going to be clear, and whatever side the boss is facing, that side's definitely not going to be clear, which is why we're on the back side of the boss and in the like tucking into the corner away from tentacles. Alright, I also got slapped by one of the tentacles things. Clear out was the name of it. I got a dropsy dot. See, you can see over here, clear out is the name of the tentacle attack, and then breath, stroke is probably this half cleave that the main body does. So you gotta figure out where the head's facing, okay? And then yeah, see, so it does like this whole like water attack thing. Saline spit, this is a circle AoEs on the platforms, so just don't stand on the platforms, stand on the bridges. Okay, now vivid eyes is this kind of circular, but like it's kind of like a donut thing. Okay, so the boss will shoot its laser beam eyes on there, but then also we have these AoEs we gotta split up. Water drop, okay, 17k. Oh, and then the tentacles are slapping down. Okay, I got hit by a wallop. Okay, telekinesis. The crystals on the sides are gonna come up and point a red beam at one of the stages, the circular stage, and so you gotta find one that's not being pointed at. Okay, so this is no bueno, but I'm gonna stand in it for the sake of science. So see, over here was safe. So 18k. And of 1 sec. Alright. Tidal roars, raid wide, and the tentacles are slapping down. Breath stroke again. Boss is facing that way. Okay, so I see this middle line here, so I'm gonna go all the way over here, because basically everything over there is gonna have an AoE. And then the tentacles are up, but yeah, I was like, okay, the lines here say like this, but there's no tentacle like here or like over here, and so this is probably the safe spot. But I'm also intentionally standing here to see how much damage you get. And I moved up a little, so it's like, no, I only want to get hit with this one. So there was a tentacle behind me that did the swipe, but I get hit with the breath stroke, and that one does 20k, 21k. Alright? And I got a bonus side. Okay, saline spit, the circle AoE, so you stand on the bridge. Nice, nice. Okay, vivid eyes, we spread. I'm standing here because I want to see how much damage we get. Okay, vivid eyes gives, whoa, 22k. And a bonus side. I already had a bonus side before, so, you know, factor in the math for that. And water drop is what everyone takes a hit for. I think before it was 17k, this one's 21k because I had a bonus stack. Yeah. You know, earlier I just said it didn't matter about the numbers. Here I'm just listing out numbers. Tidal Roar is a raid wipe. But it doesn't matter that much, you know? We're just... It's fine. We're not min-maxing this content. That's what I mean. I don't want to create a community on my YouTube channel where we min-max everything. Because I'm very good at min-maxing everything, and I want to chill. I want people to enjoy the game, have fun with their friends, and chill. So, yeah. I want to take my raiding experience and help people learn things in a casual way. And I don't want to stress out and do all the high-end content that I enjoy but stresses me out. It's a whole thing. So I'm taking a break, you know what I'm saying? Taking a long break to think about myself and understand who I am and who I want to be. It's a whole thing. I hope you do too. And I hope you enjoy the story. And I'll be making the trial and the other normal raids, and then yeah. I'm very introspective these days. This is what happens when you take a month off. You know, you think about things. Okay, bye.